Hey guys, it's Shay. As you can see, I'm in another location. Basically, I'm just filming wherever I can as of now. So today, I am doing an SFX makeup look. Yay! So if you guys did not know, I am an artist, not just a makeup artist. I do fine art and I do animation. That's what I got my degree in. Today I'm going to be doing an SFX look of one of my original characters. I'm going to put a picture of her right here. She's a spider lady with a lot of eyes and some teeth. So I'm gonna be doing that on my face. Today for this look I'm going to be using two SFX products that I've actually never used before. I'm gonna try my best to actually put in a voiceover or something for this because I'm really bad about talking about my process as I do makeup, but we'll see. The two SFX products that we are going to be attempting to use today. One is Polymorph, or in this case, Thermomorph. It is moldable plastic. The second product that I'm going to attempt to use today is Scar Wax. As you can see, I tried it out. I took a little chunk and tried it out, and it seems okay. I hate how it feels on my skin, but I'm gonna try it out, because what's the worst that can happen? I won't post this video. And I waste a few hours of my time, but whatever.
Our first order of business is to make the teeth. We are going to be using Polymorph for this process. I'm using a brand called Thermomorph. Any type of polymorph works and can be found easily online.
Step 1. Boil a kettle of water and pour into a suitable container. Allow to cool around 60 degrees Celsius to avoid any scalding. Step 2. Pour Thermomorph pellets into the hot water. Step 3. Wait approximately 2 minutes until all the Thermomorph pellets have gone clear and formed in a clump. When this happens, you know your Thermomorph is ready. Step 4. Carefully remove your Thermomorph with tongs and wait until it is cool enough to mold without scalding. Step 5. Mold your Thermomorph using your hands or tools if necessary. Step 6. Allow your Thermomorph to cool to room temperature where it will set as hard as plastic again. If you want to speed things up, you can submerge it in cold water.
Once those have hardened completely, we can go right into the SFX application. Before we put down any type of prosthetic material, we are going to sketch out where we want everything. I recommend a slightly darker than skin tone color, so any mistakes in the sketching process can be wiped away easily, and once application starts, the outline will be covered up without trouble. Now that we have mapped out where everything is going, we can start applying the Scar Wax to form the ridges of the mouth. To use Scar Wax, grab any amount and start warming it up by rolling it around in the palm of your hand. The warmer the Scar Wax, the easier it is to mold. This proved rather tricky for me as it kept sticking to my hand. The issue I had with Scar Wax was that since it was being applied to my face, which is warm, it never really set properly, and the edges kept on peeling up from my face. I found a roundabout solution that I will explain later in this video when I get to it. I found a combo of using a spatula and my fingers to smooth down the Scar Wax worked pretty well. Before we attach the teeth, we are going to paint the inside of the mouth areas with red. As you can see, I had already attached a tooth before I realized it would be almost impossible to paint the insides once they were all placed. Then I am covering the existing scar wax with a layer of foundation. For attaching the teeth, we are going to use scar wax as well. I covered the base of the teeth in a layer of scar wax, then placed them on my face and smoothed the edges down. So to help with the edges lifting up on the scar wax, I made sure all of the edges were as smooth as possible, then coated them in very thin layers of latex. I ended up doing about 3 layers of this, and it was pretty successful. For the eyes, if you want to see my tutorial for realistic eyes, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. These eyes aren't up to par with those. I knew that the wig was going to cover them for the most part, so I didn't make them as realistic as I should have. Brief overview, I went in with white paint for the eyes, then brown paint for the irises, then proceeded to use different neutral shades for shading and details. Finally going in with the black paint to outline and add eyelashes, and then white again for the highlight. Again, if you want to see a very in-depth tutorial, I've added my realistic eye tutorial to the end card of this video. For the teeth, I am adding a mixture of yellow and brown to the base, making sure the place where it's attached to the scar wax is fully covered. Next, I am adding brown lines along the length of the tooth to give it more dimension. This will give a more realistic look to the tooth. Then, I am adding a mixture of pink, red, and orange to the gum part of the mouth. After the paint dries, I am adding a layer of eyeshadow to it. Finally, I filled in my eyebrows, put on a coat of mascara, then filled in my lips to complete the look.
Alright, so this is the final look. I really like how it moves. I think for my first time using Scar Wax and Polymorph, I think it turned out pretty well. I think there's pros and cons to it just as much as latex. I kind of like the Scar Wax more because it's easier to blend, even though I'm super washed out. But I think there's definitely some spots I need to blend well. But I definitely think you can get it smoother than latex without that like cotton texture. I think it's definitely harder to work with because it gets super sticky and doesn't necessarily stick to your face. And I ended up having to put a layer of latex over it just for it to stay down. Overall, I think I did my character justice. If you like this video, or if you like me, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna link them down below. If you have any makeup ideas or video suggestions in general, put them in the comment section and I'll probably do them. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.